So Padmaja, you're more of a new age lawyer, coming from the time that Geeta was talking about. And I wanted to kind of, delve into another aspect of litigation, on the corporate law side. So um, we all know that litigation has always been considered to be a tough role for women. And you have excelled in the field and you become a partner quite early on. Can you give us an insight into your journey so far?
Yes, I can honestly say that the journey for me also has not been that easy. But I'm proud and happy of where I've reached. And yes, at a slightly younger age than others. Whenever someone sort of mentions something like this, I always remind myself of Robert Frost's words. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. So when it comes to a woman's journey in law, I feel the legal field is, like everyone said, is a very male-dominated one. The society still remains steeped in patriarchy. Female lawyers are seen as women first, then wives and daughters, and then probably lawyers, So this relegates women to maybe a household commodity at times, So it is important for us women to take charge and give our 100% or maybe more. My mantra has always been believe in yourself, be strong, assertive, determined, and exude confidence. Success will follow. I'm also a first generation lawyer who wants to make a mark as a litigator. So naturally, I had a lot of support from my family. And law is often referred to an elitist men's club. So for a woman, therefore, it's very daunting, when you're jumping into this profession. But I had to fight really hard. When I entered the profession a decade ago, there were very few female partners in law firms, and that too in litigation. Thus, I not only had to ape the style of men, but I also had to put in those extra hours to compensate for the perceived disadvantage of my gender. Over time, I learned to navigate the obstacles, by teaching myself new skills, speaking twice to make myself heard and gain respect, speaking loud, clear, and with authority. Smile at the face of perhaps well-intended jokes steeped in patriarchy. And most importantly, learn where to draw the boundary. So let me put it this way, actually, my ambition and determination had the potential of me being considered as aggressive or one with attitude. However, and which will not have made me favorite amongst my colleagues for sure. So, but I was like, how do I play the game then? On one hand, society has handed me stereotypes that were aimed at sort of preventing me from excelling. And on the other, my attempts to break these stereotypes were potentially unwelcome. So it was tough. But what I did was I kept moving upward and onward. And I let my work speak for itself, and I let that do the talking. Fast forward less than a decade, I was offered partnership in IndusLaw. I often look back at the moment with extreme gratitude, actually, because if I would have got bogged down by the disadvantages faced by me as a female lawyer, I would have never grown. Now coming to the point, has the bias stopped that I've made partner? Sadly, no, it's not, unfortunately. I've been told by a bench very recently that they prefer my male colleague's voice over my female one. In fact, I've had a client question whether I am capable of handling a criminal matter because of my gender. So there are many more instances like these which I face on a day-to-day level. What do I do about them? I mean, I've grown a thick skin and I've learned to smile at these adversities and push through. Then what has that resulted in? I got a favorable order from the bench and the same client now has me on speed dial and mostly for his criminal matters.